Right. Because intuition, like you were just saying a few minutes ago, intuition and logic, or you were alluding to the fact that logic and intuition just don't function in the same system. It's like a different kind of program, and logic is going, yes, straight, then right, then left, because this and that and that, and intuition is just like, go there, and you're like, why? And then
Yes.
takes you kind of exactly where you need to be.
Yes. Have you seen that movie about one of the greatest mathematicians from India, and then he goes to England? He's super genius. Greatest. The Man Who Knew Infinity. Really, really cool movie. So this guy is in India, not really like highly educated, gets into mathematics and starts just writing down all these mathematical formulas and just becomes obsessed with it. And the teachers are looking at it going, how do you know this? Where is this coming from? And he's saying, God's speaking to me. And then the teachers end up getting in touch with, could be Oxford, one of those big universities in England. And he submits their stuff and they're thinking, how could this guy arrive at this? Like, this is preposterous. Anyway, long story short, they invite him over. This isn't going to ruin the movie. But in these, to prove these formulas, they need him to do proofs, which is just like showing your evidence and, comparing and all this so you can show how it arrives at the thing. And he's just telling them, guys, this is a waste of time. Like, I have all this stuff coming through me, and forcing to do these proofs just puts him in his head like he hates it. And it's taking up so much time, hundreds of hours. And I won't continue what happens in the movie. It's definitely worth the watch. But I like to think of how intuition is just like that complete knowing, as if a part of you already went through it all and just got the knowing, and then it distributed the knowing, and then you get to act on it. But then the intellect and the rational part is like, wait, but I don't see the steps. I can't see how that logically works to get to that endpoint. So it must be irrational, like it must not be true. So I forgot if you asked a question, but I was just talking about how the system of intuition may not always work in the system of intellect. I feel like intellect goes only so far with our lower mind and our sort of emotional and mental plane, but then that bridge with the spiritual plane is with intuition.
And then you said it's almost like intuition has gone through it all already.
Yeah, it knows the wisdom. It's almost as if you could say your spirit is beyond time, and it just knows.
Which would imply that everything has already happened.
Well, that's still talking about it in a time sense. Happened as if it's like a fixed thing. Maybe that would be looking at it in terms of circumstances. So maybe yes, maybe no. I like to think of it more as sort of what is just resonating with my energy. And then beyond what I visually see, my spirit or my intuition knows what's going to resonate. And so it looks like I'm having to navigate through these sort of material and physical plane, but on an energetic level, it's extremely clear because I'm just moving towards what resonates. But on the surface, it could come in all sorts of different costumes, and mentally it may seem extremely irrational and not link up. But to my intuition, it's extremely clear. But has it already happened? I guess there's a few different arguments for that. Maybe.